and YSR Intellectual Forum. Welcome to the Space Week celebrations of Children's Space Club of India. అత్యంత ఆసక్తి ప్రేరణ కలిగించే జ్ఞానం అంతరిక్ష జ్ఞానం. అంతరిక్ష జ్ఞానం అంతుపట్టని మర్మాలు కలిగిన శాస్త్రం. ఈరోజు మనిషి అత్యాధునికమైన శాస్త్ర విజ్ఞానం వినియోగించుకోవడానికి కారణము అంతరిక్ష జ్ఞానం. భూదిగంత మూల మానవ సంబంధాలు అతి దగ్గర చేయడానికి కారణము అంతరిక్ష జ్ఞానం. మనిషి అంతరిక్ష పరిశోధన ప్రారంభంలో దైవిక జ్ఞానం లేకపోయినా పరిశోధన చివరలో దైవిక జ్ఞానం కలిగించేదే అంతరిక్ష జ్ఞానం. అంతరిక్ష జ్ఞానము మానవునిలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఆంతర్యాలు తొలగించి విశాలమైనటువంటి దృక్పథమును కలిగించేది అంతరిక్ష జ్ఞానం. అంతరిక్ష జ్ఞానమైన ఏ జ్ఞానమైనా శాస్త్రీయ జ్ఞానమైనా మానవ సంబంధాలు మెరుగుపరచగలిగితేనే అది శాస్త్ర సాంకేతిక జ్ఞానము, ఏ జ్ఞానమైనా. సో I welcome all children of the Space Club. Today we have a special guest, Dr. R. Varaprasad Garu, a retired scientist, eminent person. He won the 7 gold medals from Andhra University. He worked more than 30 years in ISRO, and he worked as a range operator director for missions PSLV, GSLV, more than 10 missions he worked in ISRO. So I welcome you, sir. It's my pleasure to welcome you today to address our children. And we will begin this meeting with Vande Mataram. I have given already the children who attend and participate this meeting right from 4th to 10th October, and those who had 10 minutes in advance before the meeting will be given special grade. So you notice this point, and everybody will receive certificate of this World Space Week celebrations. So we will begin this meeting with Vande Mataram. Over to Mr. Kopali Jayakar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Santamurthy, sir, for this wonderful opportunity. And so we welcome you, sir, R. Varaprasad, sir, eminent scientist from ISRO. And so what I should say is the best student so with 7 gold medals at his PG level. So we welcome you, sir. We are so happy to have you here on this wonderful occasion of World Space Week. We welcome you, sir. We wholeheartedly welcome, and it's my privilege to welcome you to the session. And we welcome all the children for this wonderful session. So we have today, the theme of this year's World Space Week is Women in Space. In this regard, we have a wonderful presentation today by R. Varaprasad Garu, the eminent ISRO scientist and gold medalist. And let us start our program with the Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam Malayaj Sitalam Satyashyamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Subra Jyotsna Pulakitayamini Pullakusumita Drumadala Shobhini Suhasini Sumadhura Bhashini Sukhadam Varadam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram. Thank you very much. And now this is time for R. Varaprasad Garu to address the session, and I take this privilege to invite him to address the session. So we welcome you, sir, on behalf of our state, our leader, YSR Intellectual Forum, and our Children's Space Club of India. So
Okay, sir,
welcome
can you make me host? I will present a PowerPoint presentation.
Sir Shantamat, sir.
Make it correct host.
Sir, will you make me host?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Sure, sir. Okay, sir, you are host now.
Okay, then. Right, thank you. Good evening, children. Good evening, moderator, all the participants, and the interesting students who have joined this Zoom link. I also am happy to participate in this World Space Week celebrations. Okay, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Operator,
Yes, sir, you are clearly audible, sir.
very good, very good. Right, my PowerPoint slide is being seen. Hello.
It's visible, sir.
Presentation is seen.
Sir, it's visible. Sir, it's visible.
Yes. Okay. Let's go ahead. Yes, every year, October 4th to October 10th is called International Space Week, World Space Week. This is, okay, it will commemorate, one is October 4th is Sputnik's launch, and October 10th is the space law promulgation by United States that space should be used for peaceful use only. Okay. So this year, the theme is women in space. Women in space. Okay, at Shar Center also. Okay, every year we do a lot of activities as part of World Space Week. Okay. Particularly, our passion is to inculcate, to spur, to ignite the young minds for the Indian space program. That is our ambition. Okay, leave out what other countries do, but in ISRO, as an ISRO man, I am speaking. We have a passion. Passion is to ignite the young minds for the space program of India. One day, okay, you should participate in this Indian space program. So that is our passion. Okay. So I was serving ISRO for the last 33 years. Even though I'm superannuated now and then, I participate in these activities. Okay. So when I was the service, as the range operations director, okay, our passion is take this message to the schools, colleges. Okay. Particularly, I am interested in the children. See, you can in the slide, you can see a vehicle with a video wall. Okay. In 2016, as part of World Space Week programs, I have taken this video program to the nook and corner of, say, our Mandal. I want even the village students to know about the space program. Okay. So I have gone to schools. These are village schools. Okay? Not
So some noise is annoying you're talking.
Please, all of you, please will mute. Right. I have gone to different schools and I have explained to them what ISRO is doing for the country. Okay. See, this is a village school. Okay, one village by name Raganna Pattada. Okay, they're all Telugu medium students. I have taken them, and you can see that video wall. On the video wall, I have what is that? The entire ISRO program as a video is displayed. On and off, I will stop and explain to them what ISRO is doing for the country. Okay? Yeah. And see, this is another village school, a remote village by name Mambatu. I went there. You can see me sitting under the tree. Okay? And I was that video is being displayed. And we explain what ISRO is doing for this country. Okay? The rockets, the satellites, what are the uses of the satellites, in what way the common man is benefited by space technology. All these are explained. Yeah. Yes. Now I will come to this. Yeah. Yeah. This is the first woman cosmonaut. Okay. Cosmonaut and astronaut are used synonymously. Americans use that word astronaut. And this space program initially has started in the Cold era, okay, Cold War era, where USSR and US, okay, they are not on talking terms, even though they are the talking terms, not on working terms. There are two camps in this world. One is the Soviet camp, other is the US camp. Okay, so they don't want to use that word astronaut. So Soviets have invented another word that is called cosmonaut. Okay, right. So we can see the first woman cosmonaut. Okay, Valentina Tereshkova. So she was 26 years young. Okay, she was not normally for the space program. They prefer test pilots. Okay, because they have the knowledge of flying in the sky. Such people are selected. But Valentina Tereshkova is a poor girl, comes from very humble beginnings. But see her passion. She is a very hard worker, a diligent student. But she has no resources to go to school. Most of her education is the correspondence courses. Children, are you able to listen to me? Understand my English?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So most of her education, okay, it's not like our formal school education, then college, not like that. Okay, after finishing her school, most of her education is through correspondence courses. She began to work in a textile industry. She's a worker, but she's a wonderful parachutist. Okay, she has learned how to drop using a parachute and come down safely. This has helped her, okay, to compete when the Soviet Union in 1960s called for the contestants. She was also one of them. Okay, she's very passionate, very dedicated. So she was selected to go on the Vostok 6 flight. Okay, in 1963. So immediately after Yuri Gagarin's flight, okay, the Soviets have achieved gender parity, that is equality among man and woman. So the next thing is they have selected a woman to go into space. What is great about her is this is a very first flight. She has to go solo, alone. Huh? Normally, we don't send a girl alone into a town also. Huh? Normally, we don't like. Boys, okay, but girl, we don't want to send alone. This time, the Khrushchev, okay, Khrushchev was the general secretary of the Communist Party. Khrushchev. After Bulgarin, Khrushchev was Lenin, Stalin, okay, then Bulgarin, then our Khrushchev. Khrushchev is a very dynamic man, very witty person. So they have chartered a flight with a woman, okay, in 1963. See the great, ambition of the Soviets. Yeah. So she was 26 years young at the time. Okay. And the rest is history. Okay. She could go alone into space, make a number of orbits and come down, of course, with a little difficulty. Okay, Sergei Korolev, the chief designer of this flight, okay, he saw some deviations while coming back into coming back from the orbit to Earth. He found some discrepancy. Somehow, she landed at a different place than the expected place, and there the villagers found her, and then she could come out of the that spacesuit and had dinner with them. But the government has objected to that. She is not supposed to take dinner with anybody because she should undergo some medical tests before, should be under quarantine. Later on, she should come into the public. Okay. So that is in 1963. After that, there was a lull. Even Soviets are not willing to send women into space. Huh? Yes. Okay. So after 1963, see, there 1982, 19 years, there was a lot. Even the Soviets were not happy with sending women into space alone. Okay. Okay. Huh? Go. Okay. So after 19 years, by the time the Cold War era is over, and again, the Russians as well as the Americans, they began to, plan, send women to space after 19 years. Okay. So, Americans compared to Soviets are little, they have so many reservations about sending women into space. They always had the male chauvinism, you say. Okay. So only the men who are test pilots should go into space. That was the dictum. That was the strong opinion of the space community in US. But Russians in 1982, okay, Svetlana Savitskaya, okay, she visited the Salyut 7 space station, and she's the second woman in space. And later on, she made another space flight. Okay, and she did the spacewalk also. Okay, so she's the first woman to fly into space twice. Okay, so even today, okay, Svetlana, okay, she is the only Soviet female cosmonaut to conduct the extravehicular activities. That is, to come out of the space module and do some activities. That's a dangerous activity. She is able to do. So that's how the saga of women participating in the space started. I appreciate. See, I go back. Valentina Tereshkova, see the gracious face. I have a great affection for her. Such a bold woman. Okay, when nobody could think of even going into space, she boldly could go solo. Okay, she's an inspiration for the girls who are seeing my video today. Okay. Then after that, Svetlana. Okay. Then we have the Americans taking the challenge. Before that, I want to tell you one thing. Today, even today, 565 people have traveled to space. 65 of them are women. Okay, these are statistics you have to know. That is 11.5%. Okay, the parity is not yet achieved. Okay, even 11.5% are women, remaining 88.5% are men. So still men outnumber women as far as the space activities are concerned.
Sir, Kalpana
Yes.
Chawla first Indian. women who go to moon.
Huh? Yeah. In 1924, 2024, they are going to plan. They are
Children,
going to
if
plan.
you children, sir, a small request for all children. Children, those who wanted to ask any question, you please don't ask it right now. We'll have interaction session at the end of the session.
Yes.
So,
Note down there.
you can interact with Varaprasad sir and you can ask your doubts.
Okay,
Please
okay.
write down your doubts and let him complete his presentation first. Okay, thank you very much, children.
Right. First, listen to them. You see, grabbing information is not you need now. What is important is the spirit which has propelled them to take such a bold decision of going into space. See the passion. See how much knowledge they have acquired. See how they have, what is that, disciplined their body, mind, and spirit. See, it's not a joke. Okay, those values you have to imbibe. I am not here to give you the entire information available in this world to you. No, I want to inculcate. See the passion. See, in those days there are no computers. Okay, there are no video games. Okay, there are nothing like that. See how Valentina Tereshkova prepared herself for such a bold flight. See, it's not an ordinary flight. Okay, only one man has gone and come back. Where is the guarantee that you will come back again safely? Suppose something goes wrong, what to do? See that kind of, see, first thing is passion. Second thing is the knowledge and the skill you have to acquire. Okay, if something goes wrong, suppose there is a change, what to do? All that mission knowledge you should have. Okay, and that ability, agility, that we should have. Those things we have to develop. Same in this Svetlana Savitskaya, gone twice into space, and she is the first Soviet cosmonaut to do the extravehicular activities. Yeah. Yes. So 1982, the Soviets have sent the second woman. Now it is up to the US. By the time US has developed the space shuttle. I think many of you may not be knowing what is a space shuttle. I joined ISRO when space shuttle was excuse me, I will yeah. Space shuttle is like an aeroplane. Okay, aeroplane. So it will be launched like a rocket. It's like an aeroplane. Okay, it has what is that core? I will stop the sharing and again I will screen share. Just wait for a moment. Yeah. Yeah. So by the time Americans have developed space shuttle is like it is an aeroplane like structure with a rocket. So it will lift off like a rocket. After what is that stage burning, it is the aeroplane like structure is injected into the orbit. 285 kilometers. 285 kilometers orbit or 310 kilometers orbit. So it will go around the Earth for a number of days. And inside that structure, there are satellites. Satellites will be launched into different orbits. You can go into any orbit, you can go up, come down. And after say 1 week, the entire crew, will come in that aeroplane structure, aeroplane. Okay, it's like an aeroplane. It will come down to land in some spaceport. That is the space shuttle. It will lift off like a rocket, but after a few days in the orbit, it will come back like an aeroplane. Okay, so 1983, our space shuttle, its name is Challenger. So Challenger was launched. Okay, and in that Sally K. Ride, she was actually a tennis professional. After knowing about the NASA call for astronauts, she has come down. She has She has learned much about the how to manage a mission. Okay? And she was the first American to travel into space. Okay, so this is nothing but the space shuttle. Okay, she's there in the now this photo shows Sally Ride. Okay, in the space shuttle. Okay, doing experiments. Challenger, okay, is a great vehicle. This name of this space shuttle is Challenger, but unfortunately, in 1986 January, okay, while it was coming back during the re-entry, it was burnt. It was burnt alive. Okay, so that is very sad about this space Challenger. I was there. Okay, we used to track those days. We used to track from Sriharikota the space shuttle and find out its orbit. I was one of the team members who used to do it. Okay, so yes. After Sally Ride, okay, there is one more woman. You can see 6-member crew. This is a 5-member crew going into the space shuttle in 1984. Okay. The leftmost is what is that? Sally Ride. Okay. The middle one is Catherine Sullivan. The spectacled lady is Sullivan. Okay. And they are now going into what is that? Going into the space shuttle. Okay. So they are part of a 7-member crew in the space shuttle Challenger. That is in 1984. Right. So what is great about Catherine Sullivan? Okay.
Somebody touching the screen. Don't touch
Yeah.
Jayakar,
Why something is happening to the screen?
children are touching, sir.
Huh?
Jayakar,
Sir, someone is just here.
who is
Why
that?
it is coming here? No, screen sharing is given to anybody? No.
Children, please erase it. Children who drawn all these annotations on the screen, please erase it. You only can erase it. Children, please listen to me. It would be inconvenience to others. We are here to share the knowledge, not to obstruct the
Sir,
knowledge.
you can do the setting of by which the annotations can be stopped. So the host can do the setting.
Sanskriti, it is not possible to me because Varaprasad sir is right now the host. So I request you, please, my dear children, please. So whoever just drawn all these issues on all these annotations, all these lines on who drawn, yeah, okay, thank you, sir. Please erase. Okay, right, sir. Carry on. Varaprasad sir, you can continue.
You are able to see me?
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now you can see Catherine Sullivan and what is that? Sally K. Ride. Okay, both are a part of a team. They are going into the Challenger space shuttle, and Catherine Sullivan was the first to make a spacewalk. What is spacewalk? You will come out of the module. See, the module is going at a speed of say 7.8 kilometers per second. That is 25,000 kilometers per hour speed. From the module, you will come out. Of course, you will be connected to a tether. You come out and you want to make any, repairs and so on. Okay, you can do it, or you can come out and walk. That is the spacewalk. Okay? You will also be going at a speed of 24,000 kilometers per hour. That is the challenge of a spacewalk. Okay, so Catherine Sullivan was the first American to do the spacewalk. That's in 1984. Yes. In 2009, I went to Cape Town. Cape Town is a beautiful city in the country of South Africa. South Africa was, they got independence from the whites, and under the leadership of Nelson Mandela. Huh? Children, you know about Nelson Mandela?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He's a great leader. Okay, fought on the principles of non-violence, and followed the principle of Gandhiji and brought independence to the blacks. Yeah. Okay. Even though the white were in minority, they were ruling South Africa. But I am very happy to see that they have developed like US. Even though it is, we say it's a black country, but the infrastructure, the hotels, the facilities are like as in any other Western country. Very beautiful. Okay. So we have 62nd International Astronautical Conference. So from India, a team went, and I was one of the members. There you can see scientists from different parts of the world. NASA, then JAXA, that is Japanese Aerospace, and Chinese, and ESA,
Leaving your house without
okay,
invitation.
and from people from USSR. Okay, we have hundreds of scientists from different countries we meet, and there are lectures. We listen to various experiences, and I met Charles Bolden. He came to India, even Shah also. Okay, he went to space twice. He was the NASA administrator.
No, Mahesh.
Bolden. Somebody is speaking. Hello, be on mute.
So Aparna, she's Aparna who is speaking.
I think she is KV and Mahati's mother. Aparna madam. Please
Identify
mute
those people, brother.
Aparna madam, please mute your phone.
If they still talk, please dealing them is better.
Sorry.
It is going live program, YouTube channel.
So we had opportunity to meet different type of people, and there I met South Korea astronaut. What you see, myself and she's a South Korean astronaut. South Korea doesn't have a space program. Okay, but they want to send students like you and me into space. So they had some agreement, a $20 million agreement with the Soviet Russia, and using their vehicle, she has gone into International Space Station. Okay, so in that conference, I met her, and I had a photo with her. Okay, very bold woman, very bold woman. Okay, then see, this is how. See, her name is Yi So Yeon. Okay, that's what her name is, Yi So Yeon. So I met her in 2009 in Cape Town. She went into space using a Russian launch from Kazakhstan in 2008, and she spent 9 days aboard the International Station. Children, I want to encourage you. You can see even International Space Station Okay, particularly on a cloud-free day in the twilight hours, because it is only at a height of 350 kilometers going around Earth. Okay, 14 times a day. Using a good telescope, you can see it, or you can see it like a star going from this horizon to that horizon. If you have some what is that? Some space man, you can know its look angles. That is, what time it will rise up in one horizon and it will go down. Okay, what is the elevation from your place? All those things you can know it, and you can see. Even some of my colleagues, they say they have seen International Space Station. It will go like a star, particularly in the twilight. Oh, here you can see Yon. Okay, so before she goes into the launch vehicle, okay, she is waving before people, and she has spent 9 days in the International Space Station doing a number of what is that experiments, particularly on the seeds, how the seeds germinate. Okay, how if you are in say in space, what is the effect on your body, particularly on your heartbeat? Okay, then blood pressure. So many things he has done. Okay, so and suppose there is a tree, how it grows in the zero gravity. Okay, how they germinate, all those things. So he has done her own experiments. Yeah, it's nice to speaking to her. Yeah. Then comes, yeah, we have Christina Koch. She's also an NASA astronaut. Okay. She has gone twice into the International Space Station. What is her record is, she has gone there and she was there for long duration, 328 days, one single flight. She has gone there and she was there doing experiments and other things. Okay, she was there for 328 days in the orbit. Okay, again she went back. 2019, she has again gone into the International Space Station. Okay, and in the International Space Station, number of countries will be there. Okay, it will like a what is that? A star structure. So each wing, so many what is that? Rooms will be there. Facilities will be there. One is for the maintenance, life supporting system, this, that, so many things. Okay, and other places, people as teams, they will be working. Okay, during 2019 October, they made all women spacewalk. Okay, 3 women have gone out of that International Space Station and they walked in space. Okay, so she was first 3 all-woman spacewalk was the leader by Christina Koch. See how women take the lead. Okay, so as we are coming to 21st century, I see number of women taking what is that lead in so many things. Yes. Yes. Then we have one biochemistry researcher. Okay. She went into ISS. Okay, and she was what is that? Or she was only a what is that? Ordinary team member. But in the second mission, she became the first female commander of International Space Station. See, that is, she is in charge of space station. Peggy Annette Wilson. So that's great about Okay, and her second flight, she has gone there twice. But in the second flight, she became the commander of International Space Station. That's great about her. See that mission knowledge she might have accumulated during the first flight. So during second flight, she automatically became the commander. And she accrued 2 flights, 665 days in space. Okay, 665 days means 1 year, 300 days. See, that much of time she was able to spend on the International Space Station. So she is the NASA's most experienced astronaut. It's not a joke. Particularly going second time itself is difficult because your stay in the space, it will affect your body like anything. I was told that space will affect your heart, space will affect your body, that your blood flow in the body. Space will affect your bones also. Possibly, she has withstood all those things. She is very healthy for the second term. Okay, so she has an experience of 665 days in the space, and she's the most experienced astronaut till date. Yeah. Now we have seen who is the first woman astronaut, second woman astronaut, who is the second American astronaut, who is the first to make spacewalk, okay, who is the first to go into space, what is that, longest space flight in one go, okay, and also for 2 flights, who made the longest period, all these things were, okay. Then we see oldest woman. This is a very valid fact. So Americans in the early 60s, they made some trials to send women to space. So around 13, that's called Mercury 13 women. There's a batch of women who are trained to go into space. But you know, Americans, unlike Russians, they have this, women are meant for kitchen. Not like that, but they are not so, what is that, enthused about women sending into space like the Soviets. Soviets could send. Okay. They could, Valentina Tereshkova followed by Slavina. But Americans somehow are little, what is that, they are not so strong in their mind. So even though she was trained and she used to go into space in the 1960s, she was not allowed. Circumstances, decisions by the higher ups, okay, such that she was not given a chance to go. Okay, that is in the 1960s. After almost 60 years, so by the time she is in 80s, recently, this year, she has gone into space, made a suborbital flight and came back. Okay, so there is a company called Blue Origin. Okay? So she was one of the crew members. The New Shepard rocket, it will go into space, okay, and then it will come back. It will land at some place. That module which people reside, that module will land at some place. Okay, so she made it at the age of 82. Why I have put the slide is, in India, particularly, most of us Indians, we feel after 50 years we have become old. After 60 years, oh, we have retired from the job, good for nothing. We can't do anything. Just relax, easy chair life. Okay, they stop reading. They stop, what is that, study. Okay, they stop interacting with anybody. They stop as if life has come to the end. But not so some of the people in other countries. I have seen people acting very active at the age of 75, walking up the stairs. When I went to International Astronautical Federation, I have seen people who are 75, just walking up the stairs and going into different meetings, talking to people, discussing so many things. But in India, I don't find such an atmosphere. People feel as if by the time 50, they say we have become old, my legs are paining, I can't do it. Such attitude of senility, you should get rid of. See, this woman, very fun. She's 82. This year she is 82. She has waited for almost 5 decades, more than 5 decades. Almost, I will say, 60 years. She was waiting. Okay, she says, I have gone to America, Russia. I have gone to different countries to, what is that? Acquire knowledge. And one day, okay, when the opportunity comes, knocks on my door, I will seize it. Okay, I want to go into space. So in July, the month of July this year, she went into space in a suborbital flight and came back to Earth. So after coming back, she was speaking to people. This photo shows Valley Fan addressing many of the enthusiasts who have come to greet her. Yeah. Now I spoke about what you say. Spoke about people who really gone into space. But when they go into space, there are many people who are on the ground, who are in various ground stations, supporting them. Okay. Suppose we have sent a human into space. Okay, then that module needs life supporting system. That module needs power. Needs what is that? That needs so many other things. Okay, its orbit is to be estimated, when to deboost, where to get down. Okay, all those things, people on the ground will be monitored. If one man or one woman goes into space, there are hundreds of people supporting her on the ground. Okay, so when in Cape Town, the man who is sitting beside me was the director, Dr. Naval Gundu. He was the Space Application Center, Ahmedabad, was the director of that. Okay, we were sitting in the Indian pavilion, and beside me, two women are standing. They are also ISRO scientists. Why I am telling is, just because somebody goes into space and come back, it's not only her success, it is the success of hundreds of engineers working day and night on the ground. Okay, many of you may not be knowing them, but success also belongs to them. That's how I have shown you this slide. Okay, there are so many women scientists who design the trajectory. Okay, and who are responsible for the success of such flights. Yeah, in the space. Yeah. Yes. Now, children, yes, again I am telling, last time also I showed you. Want to become a successful man, okay? Should always go for change of your mindset. Okay? And we have seen young people. Valentina Tereshkova, when she was sent into space, was the youngest woman, 26 years old. And Valley Frank, we have seen 82 years old. 82 years. This woman is 82 years. She waited for more than 5 decades. See the range of women. There are young people, there are middle-aged people, okay, who have gone into space in their 40s. And there are old people who have gone into space in their 80s. Okay. So our mindset should change. So for getting that change, you should acquire knowledge. You should acquire skills. Never resign to mediocrity. That's what I want to tell you. Okay? Young children, never resign to mediocrity. Average life. No. It is possible for you to come up in life. Okay? That's how we should read. Nowadays, children, they spend more time with the cell phones. No. I discourage. Read good books. Go to library. One day I went to IIT Chennai, and we have some program. So I went. I just want to see people how. Okay, there are a few people reading, and I was walking beside them. They are not bothered. I want to look at. Normally, when some strangers walk by our side, we normally just turn our head and look at them. Just know who are you and who are they, like that. They are so engrossed in reading. Should have the passion, reading. reading good books, scientific books. Have a passion. Choose an area. Okay? Begin to develop your knowledge and your skills. It's very important. You want to come up in life is very important. Secondly, okay, not only have good friends among books, but you should be a leader. Okay? Great things cannot be done in a singular way. You need to build up a team, or suppose you become an employee, you have to work with people. Okay, you are the part of a team. You are a part of a team. Then what should have? You should know how to. You should understand people. Move very friendly with people. All people are not alike. People have different dispositions, different tempers. You are to be a leader. You should know to deal with it. People of different tempers and bring them into the fold. Make them work. Create in them the passion. Ignite their minds for a purpose. Okay? That is very important. Many well-read, well-educated people are poor leaders. I have seen many facilities, okay, or many teams. Okay. There is no synergy. What is synergy? Is suppose 3 people individually do something, 3 people together they do something. What they do together is more than what they do individually put together. That is synergy. Many times I see the absence of, because there are no team leaders. If you want to become a team leader, you should put your ego aside. You should be able to love people, forgive people. Okay. Sometimes withstand some of the injustice, bad tempers. Then only you become a leader. You know, one man by name S. Chandrasekhar, he was a Nobel laureate. Okay. He developed a theory about the stars, which his boss, that is, his professor, did not agree. In one conference, his boss, after a presentation by Chandrasekhar about his new theory, his boss came, his professor came. He said, "This is all nonsense, rubbish," and he tore the papers. That is in a conference. Chandrasekhar was put to shame, but he withstood that. If you see history, over a period of time, a few years later, Chandrasekhar's findings are accepted all over the world. Now, what is it? His theory, okay, are proved. And Chandrasekhar's limit is one physical parameter regarding the formation and the death of the stars. Why I'm telling is, you should be able to withstand. That's the leadership quality you should be able to have. That strength you should have to stand, right? In spite of problems, in spite of challenges, in spite of, say, opposing circumstances. That's why you say, you should be a team player and you should be a leader. Then you should also have the ability to judge what is good for the team, what is bad for the team, what is good for what is the organization, what is not good. Okay, the ability to judge things. Okay, not only gives you the focus, but to look into future. To look into future. That ability, Vikram Sarabhai, our the father of the Indian space program, he has that. He has that. The ability to judge, ability to think beyond. He started Indian space program when he was there. The only turds rocket launching station. But we are only sending some small rockets to study the atmosphere. But he pursued. He laid he sown the seed for different satellite programs, rocket programs, this, that, so many things. And he has put right people at the helm of all these programs, Abdul Kalam. And we are wrong. Like that, so many people. But all these people worked day and night. Today, what we see, ISRO is the most successful government organization. It's because of the seeds sown by a man, a passionate man, by the name of Sarabhai. So all these qualities put together will give you success. Children, I have a passion that you should be a success in life. Your life should contribute to the betterment of our society. So with this, I conclude. Okay, particularly, I congratulate the girls who have participated in this program today. Also, I congratulate the boys that you should come up in life and contribute substantially for the development of this country. God bless you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So you have any questions? I'm ready to answer.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Varaprasad Garu. Thank you for your wonderful presentation and nice PPT presentation. And now, children, just you raise your hands. So whoever wants to, children, you please raise your hands. Whoever wants to interact with Varaprasad Garu, I will give you a chance in order. Okay. First of all, Samskruti Gautam.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah. Speak louder.
Sir, the session was very nice. I just have 3 questions. 2 of them are from our session and one is my own question. So, sir, my first question is, who was the first woman all over the world who did the spacewalk? So, all over the world.
That you can see. So yeah, I don't have information right now. Don't ask me this type of questions. Okay. Next.
Sir, which components helps keeping our body fit and fine on Earth, but it isn't present on in the space?
Can you repeat this question?
So, which component helps in keeping our body fit and fine on Earth, but it is not present in the space? Not edible.
Shantamurthy garu.
Sir,
This voice I am not able to hear. What is the question?
Samskruti,
Yes, sir.
what's your question?
Sir, I just want to ask that which components helps in keeping our body fit and fine on Earth, which is not present in space?
Sir, Varaprasad, sir.
Keeping your body fit.
Yeah. Sir, Varaprasad, sir.
Yeah.
The student is asking that what are the elements that makes our body fit on this earth and which we cannot find them on.
I don't know. I am not an astronaut. Yeah.
Okay. Sanskriti, the first astronaut.
What is that she actually wants to know?
Okay, sir. Okay. Sanskriti, what's your third question?
Sir, third is if gravity holds all the objects on the earth, but there is no gravity on other planet, but still the land, the surface is still there. How is it, sir?
Who said there is no gravity on other planets?
So actually I have read that some planets are not having gravity.
No, all planets have gravity. Possibly it may not be on the same level as we have. Okay, all planets have gravity to some extent or the other because the gravity is the property of the matter. Okay, suppose you take moon. Okay, gravity is there. Is 1/6 of our our gravity. 9.8 meters per second square. Possibly it is say 1.5 or 1.6 meters per second square on moon. You cannot say there is no gravity on planets.
Okay, okay. Is it clear, Gautami? Samskriti. Okay, the first woman to complete the spacewalk is Catherine D. Sullivan. Note it down.
Sir, every
First woman
object.
to complete a spacewalk is Catherine D. Sullivan, United States of America's astronaut.
No. What she wants is who has done the spacewalk for the longest. You can see. You can go to some book and find out. I am only talking of the focus of my message is not what is that spirit behind these people.
Jonathan, I will give you. I'll
this
give
is
you a
very
chance
important.
after Sushant.
These things you should imbibe. Or that that Prakriti Gautami. You should speak. See, my object is not to know. Okay, how many people have spent how many days, who have done. Okay, how many women have done spacewalk? In that women who has done the most number of hours, that's not my objective. My objective is see the passion. Okay, how they have from a humble beginnings. Take Valentry Tereshkova. She's a textile factory worker, but she's a parachutist. Using that knowledge, how she has acquired that stamina, the knowledge of the mission, and was selected to become the first woman cosmonaut in Russia. Those values you should imbibe, not this kind of information. Okay, how much money you have in the pocket, how many 10 paisas are there, how many rupee notes are there in your pocket. That's not the thing you should acquire. Okay, my focus is this. You should have that ignite, that feeling of ignition. Okay. Take for example Abdul Kalam. He worked as a newspaper boy also. Comes from a very humble background. You know, I have seen the hotel where he used to stay as an engineer. A small room, but full of books. Read. They acquired so much of knowledge to guide a mission, the first satellite launch vehicle to success, and give the credit to India. Okay, so that kind of values you should cherish.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. And now this is the time to Shamit Mahesh to ask a question.
Sir, I like the session and what you told about Valentina Tereshkova and other great women as cosmonauts and astronauts like Dr. Sally K. Wright, Catherine, Valley Funk, and many other women in space. And I like the session. I have no doubt.
1 minute. One minute.
Okay, thank you very much. And now Tanmay, what's your question?
Sir, I don't have any.
Okay, right. Now we have Jonathan Ivan. Jonathan Ivan wants to interact with Dr. Varaprasad Garu. Jonathan Ivan.
Sir, last time one sir told me it will take 6 months to go to Mars. But is there any technology that time in 2030 or 2050 to go fast?
Now tell me, Jonathan.
Yes. Sir, is there any technology to go faster into Mars in 2030 or 2050, sir?
6 months.
Is it 6 months, sir?
You all know. Yeah. We have, even India has plans to send a man into space. Other countries have plans. Possible in 2050 it is possible. Not in 2030s also. First you have to send an orbiter
From there, lander is all different. Now they are making plans to go into what is the land a man on planet. It may take a few decades, not now. Okay, what is your age now? You are 10 years, 5 years?
9 years,
What,
sir.
Jonathan?
9 years, sir. 9 years. Sir.
9 years. So after 20 years, okay, you can go to Mars. When you grow up, the young man, you can plan to go.
I'm praying, sir.
Okay, Medha Umesh, I think you wanted to interact. What's your question, Medha?
Sir, I have no question, sir. The session was great.
Yeah, you wanted to tell something?
No, sir.
Okay. I haven't gone. You messaged something. You texted something. Okay, right. Thank you very much, all the children, for your curiosity, enthusiasm to learn the secrets of space. Thank you very much for your patience, and thank you very much for your keen observation and learning. I wish all the best for your careers. I wish many of you to be the Vayonauts or Gagannauts. Thank you very much, sir. And I especially thank Sri R. Varaprasad Garu, the gold medalist and an eminent ISRO scientist, for his wonderful presentation and motivation. Thank you very much, sir. And I thank Sri Santamurthy Garu also for arranging wonderful sessions like this. Thank you very much, Santamurthy Garu. And thank you one and all just who participated. Kohil, do you want to interact?
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay. Kohil.
Yes.
Kohil.
Yes.
Do you want to
Yes,
interact?
sir. I have no questions.
Okay, thank you. This boy is, I think, 5 years old. Kohil, how old are you?
I'm 5 years old.
Yeah,
very good. So you have a lot of prospects to become astronaut. Huh? And Kohil.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you one and all, and let us close this session with national anthem. I request all the children to stand up at your places.
Yeah.
Please, children. Let us wind our program up with the national anthem. Janaganamana adhinayaka jaya he Bharata bhagya vidhata Punjab Sindhu Gujaratha Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchchala Jaladhita Ranga Tava Shubha Name Jage तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Guru Varaprasad sir, thank you very much and good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir. Good night.
Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir, and good night.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Good night, one and all.
Good night, sir.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
night. Good night. Shantamurthy sir, good night.
Thank you, Jayakar. Thank you, Varaprasad sir, for all the participants today. It's a wonderful time.
Good night, sir.
Good night. Good night, everyone. We'll meet tomorrow again at 7 p.m. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Sir,